Now, in order to continue styling our text and to change the text properties and learn about different ways of styling our text, then we actually need a little bit more content than just these 2 lines of text. So let's add the rest of the content to our website. Now, if you look inside the resources for this lesson, then you will find a download link where you can get the stub code that I've created for you. Now, once you download it, then you can right-click and open it using Atom. Now, this is what I've created for you, and it's basically just the structure of the rest of our website. Now, what I want you to do is just to copy the entire file and then paste it into your index.html, and you're going to replace your middle and your bottom container, but nothing else. So as you can see, the stub code includes the middle container as well as the bottom container. So we're just going to wholesale put that into your current index.html, and you're going to replace these bits of stub code which I've placed in here. Now, for those of you guys who might be interested in what all of this means or what it is that I've put in here, what is all this mumbo jumbo, it might be good to explain to you. This is something that is used quite frequently in web design. It's used to place text paragraphs in a website before you have any content. And if you go to loremipsumgenerator.com, you can actually find a little bit of history about what all of this is, where it comes from, and how it came to be used in a lot of website styling and web design. So take a look here if you're interested. But basically, you can generate these bits of text that don't really mean anything other than to look like normal English words of different lengths, and you can use that in your website to take up space that your text content is going to go. So you can generate, say, 1 paragraph or 5 paragraphs, and there's even other generators where you can get more specific than that. For example, you can have 4 sentences or specify the number of words. You can say if you want short, medium, or long sentences, and it will generate it for you as well. So that's pretty useful when you're creating websites and you haven't yet got the content for the text yet. Now, the other parts that you will have to update in here are the image sources and the image alt tags. Now, the first image here is for your profile photo, so a picture of yourself, or, if you don't want a picture of yourself, then put any picture you like. And these other images are for your skills that you're going to describe in your skills section. So you can go ahead and add a source to those images too. And at the bottom here, we've got a button that is going to open the default mail app to an email address of your choice. So that could be your contact email. And finally, in the last section, we've got 3 links that go towards any site that you wish. So that could be your LinkedIn profile, your Twitter profile, your website. So go ahead and change all of these links in there to whatever it is that you want, and change this to your name so that you have a copyright at the bottom of your page. So go ahead and paste all of this stub code inside your index.html and update the lorem ipsum and also change the images. Now, once you have done all of that, I want you to go ahead and delete all the code that's inside your middle and your bottom container inside the CSS file. And once you're happy with your content inside your index.html, including all of that stub code, and you've gotten rid of those styles inside the middle and the bottom container in your style.css, then once you refresh your website, this is what you should roughly have. So the top section stays unchanged because we haven't touched it at all, but you should have a profile picture of yourself, a greeting word. You could leave the hello there, or you can change it if you wish. And you've got a little brief bio about yourself. Then you've got the section called My Skills, which is going to have 1 image that is going to represent your first skill, whatever that may be. And then you're going to find another image that is going to represent your second skill, whatever that may be as well. Now, if you're short on images for that section and you couldn't find any in Google that you liked, then take a look at this website called flaticon.com. Here they've got more than 500,000 vector icons which you can search, and some of these are really, really cool. For example, these little profile ones, or you can search for something like computer, and you've got these really nice packs that you can use free for commercial use as long as you give adequate attribution. So then if you have a look at each of these icons, then you can download them as a PNG in whichever size you would prefer. And you can insert those into your web page as a relative URL. Now, if you happen to find a nice looking image on Google, or you found an image of yourself, then you can simply get the URL by just right-clicking and copying the image address and pasting that into the source on your website. Now, if you wanted an image that was an animated GIF, perhaps, then a good source is to head over to giphy.com, and you can search for something that you want to include. And if you select the sticker tab, then you will get these transparent GIFs, which will look a lot nicer on your page because your background color will go all around it instead of it being just a square or a rectangle. And finally, at the bottom, you've got a contact me link that takes you to whichever email that you would prefer to be contacted by. And you've got your social links at the bottom that go towards wherever you want it to. So this is the rest of the content for our website. And for the remaining lessons, we'll be styling this content to make it look more and more like a professional personal site.